Welcome everyone, this is Dr. Saila. Today I'm going to show you something that we have almost with every meal. This is dairy milk yogurt. My sons love to have this milk yogurt with every meal, and this is something in fact they want to learn before they leave the house. And this is the only dairy product I eat. And when you ingest all this good bacteria, your immune system is strengthened. Not just the yogurt, any fermented food is good for your immune system. I have a few friends who really don't make the yogurt and they just buy it from the store. Let me tell you something, the store-bought yogurt is not as good as you think, even though it is a very convenient thing to do because it has got very few bacteria first of all, and you never know whether it's made from organic milk or not, and it's loaded with high fructose corn syrup. To know more about the high fructose corn syrup, you can read my article on the blog. So I don't like to buy store-bought yogurt, and I don't like the taste also. And when you make it at home, it is much cheaper and you have control on the process. And I'm going to teach you little techniques that help you make an excellent yogurt. I've been making it for the past 20 years. And I never failed, and I love the yogurt that I make. And even the starter culture that I'm using, I started 20 years ago. This is the same culture, I've been using it. I have all the ingredients we need, only two of them actually. It is the milk that I get from my local farm. I like to make it with 2% milk, but you can use any milk, skim milk or regular milk, it doesn't matter. And this is the yogurt starter that I just told you that I have been using it for 20 years. And this is just as good as it was on day one. It's good to borrow it from a friend if you know anyone that makes a yogurt. Otherwise, you can use plain Greek yogurt as a starter culture, but I never tried it. You can try it out. And I'm going to pour this milk into the container to boil the milk. The reason you boil the milk is because you want to kill the bad bacteria. And once the bad bacteria is killed, you are going to add culture, starter culture, which is a good bacteria. So you want to encourage the growth of the good bacteria. So you want to heat it up to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm ready here to show you how to boil the milk. I know it's very simple, but you need to know a little technique so that you won't end up with a scorched pan and spend a lot of time cleaning it. And first of all, I want to show you, this is a microwave, and never use your microwave for long cooking. I've seen my friends use a microwave to boil the milk. Microwave has been there for only 2 decades. You know, there are not that many studies done, but even the small scale studies showed that after you eat the food made in the microwave a few days, your hemoglobin count goes down and white blood cell count goes down. And you know, you never know what's happening inside. And I'm going to post an article in detail about the microwave cooking. So I want you to use the stove top and a thick bottom pan to boil the milk. Don't heat up the pan before you add the milk. That's when you end up with the scorching of the pan. I just turned off the stove because I see the tiny bubbles on the top and at the edges, and there's a thin crust that you see on the top. You want to stay next to the stove once you put the milk for boiling. I have this glass container. I always use glass containers for any fermented food. So this container in winter tends to get very cold. So this is my trick, this is my little trick, okay? And I preheat the oven for 130 degrees and I put this vessel in the oven. So the container walls are not that cold, but at the same time you want to make sure you should be able to touch the container, it shouldn't be too hot. So once the container is warm enough, then you can pour the milk that you just heated up in this. And again, you have to wait for this milk to cool down. Before you add the living culture, the temperature of the milk should be between 100 and 110 degrees. If it is more than 110, then you will end up killing the bacteria in the culture. If it is less than 90 degrees, then you probably won't get a good yogurt. This is the heating mat that I use for all my fermentations, for all the drinks and kombucha making. Once you put this on the mat, it generally takes about 6 hours. In summertime, you don't have to follow all these methods. You can just leave the yogurt on the counter. It will be done in few hours. So I'm using 2 teaspoons of yogurt culture for about 1 quart of milk. So some people incubate the yogurt in ice cooler also. I mean, without the ice, of course. You put the towel in the bottom and then cover the ice cooler so it will be nice and warm inside. Okay, now I have the milk covered, and on the heating mat in 6 hours you will have a nice homemade yogurt. I have the yogurt that I made yesterday. See how nice and thick it is, and you can just have it as a snack like this, or you can add the sweetener of your choice and some fruits and have it as a snack. Or you can use this in raw granola, recipes in my blog, and have it as a breakfast. And I make a wonderful spicy drink with this yogurt. It is called majjiga in my mother tongue. It's like buttermilk. I'm going to post that video soon. Or you can separate this yogurt and make a thicker yogurt. So a lot of recipes call for the whey and for the thicker yogurt. I'll quickly show you how you do that. You can also add yogurt to some dishes to give a creamy texture to the dish. Even though you are losing probiotic properties, it is a great replacement for the unhealthy cream. And this is how you make a thicker yogurt. I have the nut milk bag, and I'm going to pour this yogurt in the nut milk bag. If you have a coffee filter, you can pour it in the coffee filter also. See, you might want to use 2 nut milk bags because one will be too thin. This is how you do it. And then tie the nut milk bag. Okay, you leave it like that for a few hours. Then you will have a thin whey in the vessel and nice thick yogurt here. I use whey for many things, for many cultured food. And you can use this in smoothies also to give some fermentation benefits. Thick yogurt can be used as cream cheese or sour cream. You can add some herbs and use it on a bagel or any other things that you use the sour cream or cream cheese for. So take home more points today. Use organic milk, don't use the microwave, and use the right temperatures for the fermentation, and make homemade yogurt first of all. Thank you for watching.